So today we're going to run through making a scrunchie, proper old school. This is one of the first things that I started making when I started crafting when I was younger. It's really simple. You're just going to have a piece of fabric, roughly 50 centimetres by 10 centimetres in any sort of fabric that you like. That's easy to sew. You just need some pins, some elastic. I've just cut 8 inches, so about 20 centimetres there. A pair of scissors and a needle and a piece of cotton. First thing you're going to do is you're going to get your piece of fabric, you're going to cut it, and then you're just going to fold over one end by about 2 centimetres. And then you're just going to fold the fabric lengthways right side to right side. And then you're just going to sew straight along that top edge where you're going to pin, so just straight along there, so you're going to end up with 2 openings. So I'm going to go off and sew it, and then I'll come right back to you. Okay. So we've sewn it all the way along the one edge, and then we're just going to turn it around the right way. We've got this knitting needle here just to help turn it around. So what you're going to do is just get one end and just pull it through and just keep pulling it out so that the fabric goes right side to right side. This is going to take me a while, so come back to me when I've done it. So I'm all done, turn it around the right way. This time I've kept it on the needle. I've not done this before, so I'm going to see if this works. I've just got the piece of elastic that I've cut. It's not very wide elastic, so you could use most elastic, and just put a safety pin on the end of it. I'm just going to thread this through the scrunchie without the end disappearing. So normally I'd push it through, but I'm thinking because it's on the knitting needle, we could just easily transfer it off there and straight on to where the safety pin is. So when you're doing this, you don't, in theory, oh, that totally didn't work. So we'll do it the way I normally do it. What you want to do is, as you're doing this, you basically want to push, 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 pull. And what you don't want is the end of the elastic to disappear into the scrunchie. So I'll come back to you when I've done that. So when you're done, you'll have both ends. So what you need to do is just stitch those together. You could even machine stitch it, which is sometimes a bit tricky if you've got quite a thin elastic. Or you can just overlap the 2 edges and then just do a bit of hand stitching. So all I'm going to do is just do a normal back stitch and then just do a couple of stitches so it's nice and secure. So in, out and out. I'm just going to stitch. I'm going to do lazy stitching. I'm just going to do about 5 or 6 stitches directly on top of each other, and that should make it strong enough, which would be really good. So we're going to do that, and then once you've done that you can just cut that end off and move that bit. Cut that off, and then what we're going to do is, you've got the nice neat edge where you folded it over, so you're just going to tuck that inside that. So I'll just do that now, and then I'll come back to you. So you can see I've just tucked the raw edge into the folded edge, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to do a bit of stitching all the way around it. I'm just going to do a running stitch because it doesn't matter if you're going to see it. So again, just going to do a couple of stitches. Whenever I set off, you could do a knot. But I like to just do a couple of little stitches on top of each other, and then you're just going to stitch all the way around, just sewing the top one to the bottom one all the way around. Again, like I said, don't worry too much about the stitching being visible. That'd be fine. It'll look quite nice and neat. If you're feeling really lazy, you could just machine stitch it straight across, but that's just going to make it look a bit flat, and we don't really want that, and we've got time to stitch it. It's okay, it's quite relaxing. You're just going to do that all the way around the whole of the scrunchie. Don't worry too much about the gathers at the moment, because once it's stitched in place you can just stretch it out a bit. And then once you've gone all the way around, just to secure that stitching, just do those little stitches that are just on top of each other. I always think 3 is a magic number with things like that. And as you can see, you can't really see that stitching, so that's okay. And we're going to just trim that off really neat, and then we can just stretch that out. And there's your scrunchie. Amazing. So you could do loads of different sizes, loads of different shapes. And if I did it again, I might go wider, I might go less long, but I'm liking that one. That'll look really nice in someone with long hair, and not me, obviously. Okay, well, have a good day. Bye bye.